So we had a nice rejuvenating weekend, got our brains straight, and figured out how to solve our leveling issues, which is more or less what I said, I think, in the last video. So we went through and section by section, we have the 3 middle braces, so directly under all 3 of the braces, and then out here at this front floating area we put 8 braces with a single plug weld. We didn't do any of those, that way there's still room to do a little bit of flexing, and then obviously you can tell there's lots that haven't been put in, but one by one we went in, we made sure that it was exactly, I think we ended up doing 36.5 inches, and had to go through, put shims in. We had that high lift jack that we put tension on things, and I was hanging on that bar to bring it down about 1/8 inch, but we got everything so it was right where it needed to be. Got all those supports in, and then Rick's still recovering from our rejuvenating weekend. It was very rejuvenating for me. Then after we got all these supports in, we went through and measured square from corner to corner, and if anything was off, then we used the ratchet straps to pull things forwards or back. And ratchet straps here, we measured from that intersection to that intersection, and then vice versa from that intersection down there. And it was a little bit that way, so obviously we put the ratchet strap in to square us up there. We're good in the back that way, but I believe we had to go back a little bit on both spots. In retrospect, if anyone else is doing this, if you have side emergency exits, weld a piece of metal across there, because we're getting a lot of bowing and flexing. You can tell down there you have both the siding and the angle irons that are in between each window, and that gives it a lot of rigidity. Right there, there's absolutely nothing, so we got a lot of bowing and flexing coming out of there. And then that exit is not actually in line with that exit, so that adds to more warpage. But by doing everything the way we did with putting these posts, things were acting normal and there weren't any mystery numbers coming up, so much easier today. Oh, also, so when we had these made for us, they're a little bit dimensionally, this was perfect, but they're flanged out like that, so we took a hammer and we kind of beat them in. That way it was actually a snug fit, like we actually had to use a hammer to get it to pinch over, but I can't really see it as well on that one. That one's pretty good. I think this one was pretty bad. Okay, yeah, you can see there's a slight bow from where it's pinching in to where it's kind of flanged out. So if you're having somebody create ribs for you, tell them that you want it kind of angled in and that you can hammer it in. And I mean, it's sheet metal, it'll flex, especially in that direction, but it's very key that this is snug to the parent material as possible. If it's got space, that's where you're going to lose a lot of strength. And that's it. Next thing up, we're going to just start slapping studs up and filling the rest of those plug welds in.